How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And today we're taking a look at Atlas VPN, one of the smaller VPNs out there. I'll be going through the privacy policy, speed streaming, and torrenting capabilities, as well as security and features. So before we begin, if you guys are interested in Atlas VPN, you'll find links to special deals and discounts in the description down below. So let's get straight into it. Now, Atlas VPN is honestly one of the more impressive VPNs, despite how well small it may be or how little features do they have. Still, the security, privacy, and just overall package here, what you're getting, especially with the premium version of Atlas VPN. Now, keep in mind, Atlas VPN does have a free version of Atlas VPN. You'll be getting 3 servers. You'll be able to secure, well, virtually an unlimited number of devices, and you have unlimited bandwidth, so you can secure as many devices as you would like, and without having to worry, of course, about any bandwidth limits. So it's really generous of Atlas VPN, and it's kind of their core message is just they believe cyber protection is a right to all users, especially with so many cyber attacks happening, specifically when people, for example, use a public Wi-Fi, not knowing that they're at great risk when using such networks. So yeah, Atlas VPN, I think, is really one of the best free VPNs out there. And usually with free VPNs, I wouldn't exactly recommend to get the premium versions of such free VPNs, since usually you can get something a whole lot better for the price. But in Atlas VPN's case, I actually like what they have to offer, especially that it is actually competitively budget friendly. So let's get straight into the meat of things. Okay, starting with the privacy policy. We do not collect your real IP address, and we do not store any information that identifies what you browse, view, or do online via the VPN connection. The only information collected is basic analytics to ensure great service to all our users. This also means that we do not have any data to share with law enforcement and government agencies who make requests for information about what you were doing through a VPN connection. So that's a solid statement. I mean, most VPNs do make such statements, but if we get into the data here, what they collect and what they don't collect, it becomes a little bit clearer with regards to what they collect here. So data collecting when using our applications, we do not store your real IP address or see and collect information on what you browse when connected. We may collect, however, basic application usage data. We use basic app analytics to measure performance of our app. That collects data on such app events as changing the application settings, opening settings screen, or starting a trial of Atlas VPN Premium. We process the data in order to ensure the smooth functioning of our services and to improve the application itself. So this is information they collect on their application here, basic device data such as the device type, model, brand name, whether it's Samsung, Apple OS version, device ID, language, time zone, course location. Now, yeah, I guess the time zone part would be a little bit weird to collect. Nothing that seems to be traceable back to the user or an identifiable user. And here's stuff they collect on their website. So as standard on the internet, we may use various types of cookies, including third-party cookies, so that we can personalize content and ads, analyze our traffic, and make improvements on the website. The detailed table with cookies used on the website is provided at the end of this policy. You can choose whether to accept or block cookies through your browser settings. You can decide to delete cookies as well. All major browsers allow users to choose their cookie settings. For self-protection purposes, we may keep access logs as well, for example, browser type, operating system, etc. Now, the etc. part is the part where I'm like, okay, so what other kind of information? I would definitely appreciate a little bit more transparency, but overall, still nothing out of the ordinary. We may use them in order to ensure information security, since they help protect ourselves from cyber threats such as DDoS attacks, scanning, etc. So yeah, overall, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Honestly, I've seen privacy policies that are way more convoluted than this, not as transparent, and they collect a whole lot more. So of course, to support their privacy policy here, they do have an independent audit, which resulted in quite good standing, no high level threats. So this is great, 3 low level threats and 2 medium level threats. And according to them here, they say that they do plan to make independent security testing as part of their regular security practices. So yeah, great stuff here. And they have a warrant canary in order to just let you know if there are any gag orders and such. Of course, they are based in the United States, but honestly, I don't really care much about jurisdictions, since if there are true no logs VPN, then there won't be any information to hand over in the first place. So I don't think jurisdiction matters that much. And of course, when it comes to criminals, it doesn't matter what the privacy policy is. Most VPNs, if not all VPNs, will break their privacy policies and, of course, cooperate with authorities in order to bring a criminal to justice. So this is why I don't think jurisdictions matter that much. So yeah, great stuff overall with the privacy policy and how much data they collect. I don't think it's that much data. A little bit more transparency would be appreciated. And yeah, that would be it. Overall, it's pretty solid. They do have an independent audit and a warrant canary, so great stuff overall. Now, moving on to speed, I think the performance was overall great. I don't have the most impressive speeds, and for the sake of time, I'll just focus on the download speed. So this is my speed without a VPN, and with Atlas on the French server, it's at 4.94 megabits per second, which ends up being a 13.9% decrease in speed, which is very impressive. Of course, keep in mind, any decrease between 10 and 20% is actually considered very, very good. So this percentage right here can actually be compared to top VPNs such as Express Nord and Surfshark. So yeah, great stuff overall. Anything between 10 and 20% is just great in my book. Now moving on to the LA server that I tested here, 4.53 megabits per second from 5.74, which ends up being a 21% decrease. This is a much further server, so still pretty good. So great stuff overall. Now moving on to the streaming capabilities of Atlas VPN, I was actually able to unblock the UK library with Netflix. Naruto The Last is only available in the UK for some reason, and I was able to unblock it very easily. Unfortunately, I tried all of the US libraries, and thanks to the latest crackdown by Netflix on VPN traffic, unfortunately, it seems like Atlas VPN, they're still trying to figure out what to do and how to get the US servers to work. I tried every single server and unfortunately it did not work. So yeah, this is, I guess, one of the disadvantages of Atlas VPN. It unfortunately will not be able to unblock US Netflix. However, you're still able to unblock European Netflix libraries, and I was still able to unblock HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime. So yeah, you can still unblock American services, just not Netflix, because, well, it's just the most difficult service to unblock, honestly. And being restricted to 31 countries, you may not be able to unblock as many libraries as you would like. And just to show you guys real quick, I went ahead and prepared a torrent and turned on Atlas VPN. Yes, Atlas VPN does support peer-to-peer activity, including torrenting, as you can tell right here on my torrenting client, Qubit Torrent. I am able to download very easily, and as you can tell, the download speed is, well, it spikes here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty good. My download speed is not the best, as you can tell, but yeah, it does support peer-to-peer activity, including torrenting, so great stuff. Okay, so moving on to security and features. Now, you've got up to 31 countries in 40 locations and over 700 servers. All the servers are physical, which of course supports the security of Atlas VPN and their users. Though the servers do run on hard drives rather than RAM disks, but still it seems like they've got control of their servers since they're all physical and are owned by them. With regards to the features, there really isn't much with Atlas VPN besides the kill switch. You can select between IKEV2 and WireGuard. I prefer to go with WireGuard at all times since it is the best protocol, honestly. It's the future major protocols as far as I'm concerned. And you have a kill switch, which is also available in the free version, which is really cool. And if you click on Assistant, you will get something called a tracker blocker, which is really cool. It will, so I'll just have to reconnect. It will block trackers and ads and malware and such. Another feature you will notice here is safe swap servers. And safe swap servers will pretty much let you use multiple IP addresses at once rather than just one. It's kind of similar to double VPN from NordVPN, which routes your connection to two servers instead of one for double the encryption. In this case, it's kind of like a scramble of IP addresses so that you're just much more difficult to track. Other features entail, of course, IPv6 advanced leak protection. Atlas have a private DNS for extra security, of course, and the standard 256-bit encryption with a 4096-bit key on the IKEV2 protocol with perfect forward secrecy activated by default. And just in case you didn't know, perfect forward secrecy means that a piece of an encryption system automatically and frequently changes the keys it uses to encrypt and decrypt information, such that if the latest key is compromised, it exposes only a small portion of the user's sensitive data. Atlas VPN is available on Windows, Mac OS, iOS, and Android, and as I've mentioned, you are virtually able to secure an unlimited number of devices, similar to what Surfshark does. And yeah, great stuff overall. The user interface, honestly, is a really cool interface that's easy to understand, very easy to navigate, and overall works very well. It never bugged on me. And even when you turn it on and off, it's pretty responsive. Even if I turn it on and I decide to turn it off again, it immediately reacts to whatever I'm clicking. So great stuff overall. The price is just as cheap as it gets. This is one of the cheapest VPNs out there that still brings you quite a bit of features, especially when it comes to unblocking streaming services. I'm very impressed with how it is able to unblock Disney Plus, HBO Max, Netflix UK, and a few other European services, including, of course, Amazon Prime, if I haven't mentioned that already. And yeah, all that for $50 for 3 years. So $139 a month for the 3-year plan, $249 a month for the yearly plan, and $10 for a single month. Of course, all of these plans are covered by a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they do have customer support to help you out 24/7. Unfortunately, they don't have a 24/7 live chat support, but their email support is available 24/7, so they should be able to reply to you within less than 30 minutes of your email, sometimes in even 10 or 15 minutes. So yeah, great stuff overall. Again, if you guys are interested in Atlas VPN, you'll find a link in the description down below so that you can grab the latest deal. Besides that, if you guys have any questions with regards to Atlas VPN, are there any features you'd like to see or anything like that, please feel free to drop them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to answer all of your questions within a day or less. Feel free to like the video and subscribe for more VPN reviews. And thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.